It's been a while since I made a video like this, but I wanted to come on here and share with you guys what my hopes for James Gunn's DCU to be. For starters, I hope that with these cities, each one should feel alive, different, and tailored to the hero at birth. That is one of my biggest hopes for this new DC universe, that it finally leans into the idea that every city in this universe is a character in itself, not just a backdrop, but a breathing, beating place with mood, tone, and identity. Go back and look at Batman the Animated Series. Gotham is basically a nightmare. Blimps float above the skyline. Buildings are sharp and jagged. The shadows are thick and almost sentient. The entire city is bathed in amber and black, and it just feels like a place where Batman is necessary. Now contrast that with Superman the Animated Series, where Metropolis is futuristic, clean, and almost utopian. The architecture is smooth and optimistic. It's lit with sky blues and golds, and everything about the city just, makes sense for someone like Superman to exist there. Both the Batman and Superman are great examples of this. I just would rather it be a bit aesthetically different, especially Metropolis. As you know, in my opinion, I wasn't a fan of the way it looked in the film. It just looked like your ordinary city, and I was kind of bummed out by that. But who knows, they could use the Rift as an excuse to change it up. I doubt they will, but they could. And just like the city should feel distinct, so should the tone of the films. Obviously, this is something DC's done historically well, especially with Batman and Superman. I mean, for decades we've seen how wildly different their worlds are, and how important that contrast is. So, in a way, I don't think I need to worry too much here, but I still feel like I should say it out loud. Each film in the DCU should feel different, not just in visuals, but in mood, atmosphere, and voice. These characters are so fundamentally different, and that difference should shine in everything. And how their worlds look, yes, but also how their stories are told. Their pacing, their stakes, their emotional language. This leads into something that's also important to me, and maybe even more important. But I really, really hope the DCU doesn't try to copy MCU's tone. I know that sounds obvious, and I know all these filmmakers are their own storytellers, and it probably isn't something I need to worry about. But, I just don't want to feel like I'm watching Marvel films wearing DC costumes. That doesn't mean humor is bad. It doesn't mean lighter tones can't work. It just means that DC has always thrived when it leans into mythology, legacy, and weight. Even the fun stories, and there are plenty of fun stories, still feel like they're operating on a level that's grander, that's bigger than just witty and quippy fight scenes. Because that's the key. DC's strength is in contrast, and how wildly different Batman is from Superman, or how Barry Allen and Hal Jordan would solve the same problem in completely different ways. That's what makes DC compelling. And I hope you don't think I'm throwing shade at the MCU. I love Marvel. I love Marvel. More so than DC. I'm just really pumped for this new DC universe. They have so much potential, and I really hope they don't fumble it. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought. Let me know what your guys' hopes for the DCU to be. Like what you want to see. If you disagree with what I said or you agree with what I said, I would love to read your comments. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys later.